Hello, I welcome to UPSC Prelims Chaturya series of SHANTHA LAKSHMI IAS Academy, where we will discuss the daily prelims MCQs from the Hindu, Indian Express and PIB. Let's begin. The first question. Consider the following statements with respect to Puliculam cattle breed. It is a popular draught and game breed of Maharashtra. This breed of cattle is famous for a local game called Jallikattu, where bulls are used as a bull taming sport. Which of the statements given above are correct? One only, two only, both one and two, none. This was in news recently because interest in indigenous cattle breeds like Puliculam is a reviving which is a famous for local game called Jallikattu in Tamil Nadu. About Puliculam cattle breed, it is a popular draught and game breed of Tamil Nadu. The cattle originated from Puliculam, a village located in Shivaganga district of Tamil Nadu. It is also known as Palingu Madu, Mani Madu, Jallikattu Madu, Mattu Madu, and Kalikattu Madu. These are maintained as a migratory herds, and its drought and manure capabilities play a significant role in rural livelihood of the communities, rearing them for drought and organic agricultural production. And this breed of cattle is famous for local game called Jallikattu, where bulls are used as a bull taming sport. It is commonly seen in Salem and Coimbatore district of Tamil Nadu and a part of Bengaluru district of Karnataka. Puliculam or Allahabadi bulls are dark grey and almost black, and cows are grey or white. So the answer is 2 only, because it is popular draught and game breed of Tamil Nadu, not Maharashtra. Moving to the next question. With reference to Nagara style of architecture, consider the following statements. It is mostly popular form of temple architecture in South India. The Garbhagriha is always located directly under the tallest tower. The unique characteristics of this style, elaborated boundary walls or gateways. How many of the statements given above are correct? Only one, only two, all three, none of the above. The Ram temple is being constructed in the form of Nagara style of architecture. About the Nagara style of architecture, it was became a popular in North India is known as Nagara. In North India, it is common for entire temple to build on a stone platform with the step leading up to it. Another unique characteristics of this Nagara style of architecture, it does not have usually elaborated boundary walls or gateways. The Garbhagriha is always located directly under the tallest tower. There are many subdivisions of Nagara style of architectures depending on the shape of the shikara. Amalaka or Kalash, which is installed on shikara, is another characteristic features of this form of temple style. You can see the temple, we can see the architecture here in the map. We can see the diagram here, Nagara style of architecture. And Kanderiya Mahadev temple in Madhya Pradesh is an example of Nagara style of temple architecture. Other examples of Nagara style of temple architecture in India: Sun Temple, Konark, Sun Temple at Modhera, Gujarat, and Osina Temple in Gujarat. Ocean Temple in Gujarat. So the answer is one only, because it is most popular form of temple architecture in North India, not South India. And it does, the unique characteristics of this style of architecture, it does not have elaborated boundary walls or gateways. Moving to the next question. Consider the following statements about Universal Service Obligation Fund. It is an attached office of the Department of Information Technology. USOF was set up by an Act of Parliament in December 2003 by amending the Indian Telegraph Act 1885. The USOF is funded through a levy on the revenue earned by the telecom operators. How many of the above statements are correct? Only one, only two, all three, none of the above. Recently, telecom services provided have urged the Ministry of Finance to suspend the Universal Service Obligation Fund levy until the existing corpus is exhausted. About the Universal Service Obligation Fund, it was set up by an Act of Parliament in December 2003 by amending the Indian Telegraph Act 1885. The main objective of this fund is to provide access to telecom services in non-discriminatory manner to the people in rural and remote areas at affordable or reasonable prices, thereby bridging the rural-urban digital divide. For commercially non-viable rural and remote areas, USOF provides a subsidy support in the form of net cost or the viability gap funding to incentivize the telecom services providers for the expansion of the telecommunications and the broadband services in those areas. The funding mechanism of this fund was the USFO fund is funded through the levy on the revenue earned by the telecom operators. The government imposes a universal service levy on the gross revenue of the telecom companies, which is percentage of their adjusted gross revenue. This levy is collected and deposited into the USOF. The main administration of the USOF is administered by the USOF is headed by the administrator. USO funding who is appointed by the central government for the administration of the fund. It is an attached office of the Department of Telecommunications and the Ministry of Communications. So the answer is only 2. Because it is an attached office of Department of Telecommunications and Ministry of Communications. Not the Department of Information Technology. Moving to the next question. Consider the following islands. Kiltan Islands, Rutland Islands, Bitra Island, Cynic Islands, and Agathi Island. How many of the islands are given above not part of Lakshadweep? Only 2, only 3, only 4, all 5. The island lies about 400 km off the coast of Kerala in the Arabian Sea. The picturesque islands have long been touted as a hidden gem for Indian tourists. The majority of its inhabitants are Muslim. The Islam practiced in Lakshadweep is like that followed anywhere else in India, with Icelanders sharing ethnic, linguistic, cultural links to the Malayalis, Arabs, Tamils, and Kannadigas alike. The important islands which form the part of Lakshadweep are Agatti, Amini, Androt, Bitra, Kiltan, Kavaratti, Minkoy, etc. On the other hand, Cynic Island and Rutland Islands are a part of Andaman Nicobar Islands. You can see the map here and we can find out the islands of Lakshadweep here. You can see the Kiltan Island and Agatti Island and Minikoy and Bitra Island. So the answer is only 2 because Cynic and Rutland Islands are those two are islands from Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Moving to the next question. Recently, Chadar Trek was in the news. It is located in the which of the following region? Option A Jammu and Kashmir, option B Ladakh, option C Sikkim, option D Himachal Pradesh. The Chadar Trek is one of the most wild and beautiful hikes on the planet, frequently covered by the world's top adventure channels and media outlets. The Chadar Trek takes hikers through a frozen river valley into a very hot land of India's Ladakh region. The region's harsh desert environment and towering mountains make Chadar Trek one of the most popular trek in the Ladakh area. Very few treks are as remote as the charter, and even fewer are conducted in high winter. The trek is not for the light-hearted, as the temperatures are often lower than minus 10 degrees Celsius in the day and 20 at night. And minus 20 at night. Cut off entirely from outside world, the Janska River is the only outlet for local wishing to venture further into Ladakh region. The trail has been used for nearly 1,000 years by Buddhist monks living in the region. So the answer is B, Ladakh. Thank you. This is the today's session.